Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the Grind2Hard podcast. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate y'all watching and seeing what I have to offer y'all. This is about entrepreneurship and motivation. So what I do is I get a guest on here and talk about their career, their life, and then hopefully you see a little spark of what your passion may be and use it as a side hustle or turn it into a career and make yourself just a little bit happier. I want to thank everybody who's watching on YouTube, Spotify. If you could do just me a favor and just give a little like, share, comment, and then subscribe. We're trying to build this into a bigger audience so that more people can get invigorated by these conversations and figure out like what their passions are. So I want to thank y'all for watching, but also like introduce my very special guest today. It's El Paso's princess. Her name is Krystall Poppin. Thank you for being on the show. I really appreciate you. It's been a long time. I've been doing this podcast. This is episode number 59.
Okay,
and
nice.
Appreciate it. And basically, in the beginning, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get people who have either lived in El Paso or started their career in El Paso, and they tell their story, and then people hear it and like, damn, I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just because it's El Paso don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people say, it's a small city or something like that. You need to go to a big city. Yeah. But this is a rap artist, hip hop artist, Krystall Poppin. She's worked with a lot of big names. To name a few, Baby Bash. She just worked with Paul Wall. Down in Houston, a bunch of artists. So for me, it's kind of like a big thing because I love hip hop. I've grew up on hip hop. Biggie, Wu-Tang, Jay-Z, even Kanye West right now is the number one for me. So it's good to be sitting next to an artist that really speaks hip hop because man, those lyrics you got, the beats you pick, seriously, like your collaborations are all popping.
Thank you.
For sure. All right, so are you from 915 at EP, Texas?
Yeah,
absolutely.
915 Central.
Represent. Yeah, if you listen to music, she's representing El Paso. Yep. So what high school? What area are you coming from?
So I went to Austin High School, graduated from there, and then I'm from the Presidential District, like Truman and Dyer Street, around there, like kind of by Bassett Middle School area a little bit.
Okay, I don't even know. See, that's a little bit new to me. I'm from the Motwood area. That's where I graduated high school. Cool. Yeah. So I I was born here in El Paso, and then I grew up in South Florida. Came back just to graduate at Motwood real quick. And then, that's how that worked out. And then so from high school, like what was your MO? Were you doing hip hop? Were you rapping in high school?
So I started rapping after high school. I was writing like rhymes in high school, but I wasn't rapping them. Like I wouldn't really like do that. I would just I would get drunk at parties sometimes and like what's a flow, but that's it. I wasn't like I'm gonna be a rapper and like I'm gonna do this. It wasn't.
So did you think you had like a poetry thing, like a thing for writing and putting your passion on paper and stuff like that? That's what's up.
Like I would just like express my feelings on paper, and that's really how it started. Like I didn't know it was gonna lead to anything like that, and then I just took its own, like it got its own legs and like
so just like any other 18-year-old, you just like partying, chilling with friends, like doing whoop-de-whoop, whatever.
Yeah,
that's fun because like honestly the same thing. Like when my story is that I was 16 years old just trying to make money on my mom would give me $20 to go on the weekends and I wasn't enough, so I was like, you quit your job, where you work, I'm gonna go get it. So I worked as a bus boy, worked up as a prep cook, started seeing the chef, and I'm like, shit, I think I like this stuff, you know what I mean? So that's where my passion started from. Nice. But so I don't know what the gap is in between, but from where I actually saw you and learned from you, it was when you were in LFDC working with Mike Towers and then Alex, right?
Mikey Cloud,
Mikey Cloud, I apologize.
And 3 a.m., he's now 3 a.m.
3 a.m., right? Okay, excellent. So that at that time, like I knew Alex as a really passionate person into rap and like into the scene. He wanted to put flyers out. I bought a shirt from him. I made my girl wear it. I took a picture, you know what I mean, at the time. Yeah, for sure. So I was like, I'm always about like people who are passionate. I want to support, man. I seriously like and ever since back in the day. So at that time, how did you get into that group? How did you guys come together?
So when I first started rapping, I was working with this producer named Cass. And he had a home studio, and he had just discovered me because I had threw a song out there, just like my first song. I just threw it on the internet, and he heard it, and then I was friends with one of his cousins, and he hit her up, was like, hey, this girl like this your friend? She's a rapper, and then she was like, yeah, and he's like, bring her through to the studio, and so I ended up going to his studio, and we had a long talk before I thought like I was gonna go to the studio and we're gonna make music that day.
Right.
But nah, like we literally had like a 2-hour long conversation about like why I was even rapping, like what I wanted to do with this, how serious I wanted to take this, and it was just a really in-depth conversation of why I was doing this.
That's dope.
And and then I even ended up crying during that conversation because it just got so deep, and the reason why I was making music and how it came down to it was like, it was like my outlet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was like something that I felt was like really helping me just like get all these emotions out and stuff. And I had gone through a lot, you know, real young, even in high school I went through a lot. So that's why I was even writing in the first place. So after that conversation, Cass was like, okay, you know what? Like, I really want to help develop you. Like, I really think you have potential, especially if that was your first song. Like, and I, you know, he's like, you wrote the whole thing. I was like, yeah, I wrote the whole thing. And he's like, you have potential. I really want to work with you. So after that conversation, we ended up scheduling a bunch of studio sessions. I would go to the studio like at minimum was like 3 times a week. You know what I mean? Like when I would go, but getting to his studio was really hard because I didn't have a job. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I didn't have no money.
How old were you at the time?
I don't talk about that.
Oh, I bet. Okay.
I mean, I was really, you know, I was fresh. I was fresh out of high school.
Okay.
And then, so I would have to like take 2 buses to get to his house.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Because that's how, like, he was kind of far from me, and I have to take 2 buses back.
That's like grind.
And yeah, so but just on the bus, I would just write. You know what I mean?
Sure,
so it kind of worked out.
Damn. Okay, Nas, watch out, dude.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, type shit.
Up. Hell yeah.
So I don't know. I just made the most of my situation, and then the thing that Cass told me like early on, he taught me this lesson. He was just like, I'm gonna charge you to work with you, but I'm not. It was only like $30 per session. You know what I mean? Like no matter how long the session was, like we'd be in there sometimes 5 hours working on a song because I had to take my time. Like I didn't really know how to record and breath control and all this stuff. Like he was really teaching me the ropes, and he was just like $30, you know, for sure. And
is that so? And is that so you could own it? Like you could feel like this is yours rather than.
So it was like, he kind of just wanted me to learn that nothing in this industry is free. Even though he went way beyond what I feel like I was paying, like what the
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Me, you know what I mean? The value he was giving me was like so much more than that.
Definitely.
And he was like, it's not that I need this, but I need you to learn this.
Sure.
And I was like, all right, cool. And then eventually, you know what I mean? Like we just became really close. And
what do you?
So this is where I'm going with this.
Bet.
So this is the studio I started working out of, and then he was like, I work with other rappers too, and one of them's gonna be running into your session today. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And Mikey Cloud ends up showing up to the studio one day as like I was finishing my session because he was about to start his, and we met, and he was just this tall guy with dreads, you know what I mean, this like real crazy looking guy. And then I was like, do you mind if I like sit in the session? I just really want to like see another rapper work.
Word. And
it was really cool to see Mikey work because he's very like eccentric, you know what I mean? He was really out there with his music and his style and stuff. He just seemed very fearless.
Right.
So I was just like, what? Like, this is so cool to see, you know, I want to be like that one day and stuff. And so me and Mikey just started running into each other a lot and staying in on each other's sessions. And then another person that would run into my sessions was 3 a.m.
I bet.
So because he was, you know, doing his solo thing too at the time and stuff. So he was like working with Cass, and he also had a different style. So through them both, I was kind of learning, you know, through them as well. So I really contribute a lot of like my confidence and my even style, like approach and stuff like that to what I saw them do.
So it was like a collaborative effort. Like both of you were getting in the game and like learning from each other in a way. That's what's up. And then so like I'm sure you like watched hip hop videos and seen like your best favorite rappers, but seeing somebody live in front of you, like being a artist, a hip hop artist, that changed you in a different way.
Definitely.
That's inspiring right there. Straight up. I mean, because these are just peers in a way. You know what I mean? You're all you're trying to get out there and do your thing. So that's a great time in your life. Okay, that's good. I'm glad I keyed in on that. That's dope because the beginning, the genesis of where you get your passion is, I mean, I don't know how I got that right away, but that's cool because you were a writer, you put your passion on paper, and then you were like on this bus to the studio where somebody was actually giving you a chance and some opportunity, and then you meet those two people,
like those two people,
and it just keeps growing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another person I met in that same studio was my manager, like my first manager ever, Diaz J. And he was the one that once we ran into each other in the studio, because he was just Cass's homie. Like they made music back in the day together and stuff. And he ran into one of my sessions, and I was recording this song called Supernova. And Cass, it was his home studio, and I think his baby was crying when Diaz Jr. showed up to the studio, and he was like, "Oh, Diaz, can you finish recording her on this song? Like, I need to go see what's up with my baby." So he leaves the room, and then Diaz like sits on the controls, and he's like this cool guy, he has his shades on. He's like, "All right, let's go." And I was a little nervous because I'm not used to being in front of like people. Like recording is such an intimate moment,
and that was your meeting point right there too.
He was like recording me, and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't want to suck." So he ended up recording me, and then after we finished, he looks at me, he's like, "You're kind of good," and I was just like, "Oh shit, okay, dope. Like I'll take it for sure." And Cass ended up like really introducing us, you know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, so he works really close with 3 a.m. and, he's kind of managing him and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, that's dope. Like, cool. Maybe I could get some advice from you sometime. And that's just how like I met everyone. Yeah. Like to this day, that's the squad, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, like, as I started like watching you and seeing like what was going on, it was the first one that popped up was that Smelling Like Dior. Honestly, that was in the 2020 era, and I was like, damn, this is badass, yo, fucking 3 a.m. working with her. And then as I follow you, I see that like your group, like you guys are always together. Diaz Jr. got style. Every time I see him, like he's low key, but like looking on point, and he just looks like he's got a vision. Honestly, like there's no bullshit. Like he looks like he's got a vision. So I honestly like. I'm in awe because like that's cool, like to get not an entourage, but like a group of people together to collaborate and go to the same direction, and none of y'all are trying to cut each other's like feed at any time, like at all. Like mad love. That's fucking what's dope. So I just want to go through some of the songs. Like I said in the beginning, I want to ask about this one because it said is the first one. I don't know what's Glitter and Gold.
Ooh, dude.
2015.
Yo, Glitter and Gold. So Glitter and Gold was my kind of like letter to anyone who believed in me.
Let me give you the quote. It says, "Keep it balanced and stay fed." I was like, what?
Yeah,
that's what's up. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words, and I was like, that's it right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah. And that's was that your first song, or what would you say? Like
no,
because it's the first one on Spotify.
Yeah, for sure. Because I didn't even know how to get onto like DSPs like that, you know what I mean, like early on. So a lot of my first songs were just SoundCloud songs, you know. So that one was really like Diaz Jr. That was his like, okay, you're gonna do this legit. So he helped me get that onto like iTunes and all that shit, you know what I mean? Nice. So that song,
you started feeling something, you're like, oh damn.
Yeah, that's kind of like when I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. So like when I got the podcast on YouTube and people started watching it, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100, 100.
And that was my letter to anyone who believed in me, that I was kind of like promising them like, that's also when I moved out of El Paso. That's when I dropped that song, because I decided to move out of El Paso to pursue artistry full time. Okay. Because I also felt that while I was in El Paso, I was very distracted by a lot of things, like not even negative things, just also like my family needing my time, or friends being like, let's catch up, you know what I mean? Like those kinds of things that are not negative, but just you want to spend time. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Let me make time. But so I kind of wanted to force myself into a situation, you know, to where I had to focus on music only. Definitely. So that's why I decided to leave El Paso the first time in 2015, and I wrote that song for that moment. It was just kind of like telling everyone like, I'm gonna go do this for real, like I'm choosing this for a bigger purpose. I'm not just doing this for myself, I'm doing this for everyone who believes in me, and family and friends and supporters and stuff like that. So and then the video too is also a big vision of mine, and I put it together, and I don't know, I just kind of get choked up when I think about that song, for sure. That's what's up, because like as I listened to it, I was like, damn, like she's coming from the heart right there. You know what I mean? Like this is like not a struggle song, but I want to say like you're just like, all right, I'm gonna do it song. You know what I mean? Like exactly, that's what it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the next one I wrote down is Villain Era. Villain Era, yo. So when I wrote Villain Era, I was going through a lot of shit. But I feel like you weren't scared to say how you feel and what you were. Stuff off my chest on that song, for sure. Like I had just moved back to El Paso from Houston, and that was the first time I moved moved back to El Paso since 2015. So from 2015 until I think I dropped, was that 2022 or something like that? All that time I was not living in El Paso. I was visiting a lot, but I lived like in Vegas, Houston, Nashville. Like I just lived in so many
for
cities.
Recording purposes or
for music. Yeah,
dope.
Like I moved all around America. I lived in LA. You know what I mean? Like I was staying with a bunch of people all the time, and just with all the bullshit I went through in Houston, I went through some bullshit in Houston, and when I moved back to El Paso, a lot of stuff was different in my situation. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about your career? Like
business wise and personal wise. Like both. A lot of stuff was just hitting me at the same time, and I started talking really closely with who's my manager now, my business manager, Smooth Vega. And Smooth Vega would just get on the phone with me, and I had met him years before, and he was just like, you know what, like if you need advice, like I'm here to help you. And then he would just give me advice on the phone, and he was like, you know what you need, you just need to get back, like saying what you need to say on this music. And I'm like, all right, cool. And he's like, I got some beats for you. Here, like, try these beats. And the beat for Villain Era was in this pack he gave me. And when I was listening to it one day, I was just like, I think it's time for me to just say all this shit, you know what I mean, that I've been through and like what I'm feeling, going through. I need to get this off my chest. Yeah. So I wrote all the whole thing in one sitting. Sheesh. You know what I mean? And I spit it all. I put it down, and then we put it out, you know, and I'm really glad, because that just kind of, Villain Era really marks like the start of a new era for me, like where I was. And
do you feel like you maybe like revealed yourself a little bit, like this is who I am now, for real, like I ain't got holding nothing back?
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, just to make a long story short, before Villain Era, I was dealing with a lot of businessmen in the industry that were trying to change who I was and what I represented. And because like you want to get in the industry, like I was like, all right, I'm gonna try what you're saying. You know, I was trying this, I was trying a bunch of things that they were suggesting, and it just didn't feel like that's what I wanted to do. And getting away from that took a lot of time.
Did you feel like it would be prosperous if you went down that direction?
Yeah, at first, you know what I mean? Like, I guess
because I feel like it's the allure at that point, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, if I do this, I'll just be millionaire or something like that, you know what I mean? But you actually said, nah, let me hold the reins, I want to do this. And like, you're like, fuck no, I'm gonna go this way. That's what's up, honestly. Like, because like the next one I wrote down is not like it's a kind of a funny song, and I liked it a lot, and I bump it. It's called Donuts and Blunts.
Oh, I love that.
And I want to know the idea. Where'd that come?
I don't think it's funny.
It's funny because like you're talking about eating donuts or what was
smoking blunts. Okay, so when I was I made that song when I was depressed, and I lived in Vegas. So Donuts and Blunts was really
Been Missing You beat, right?
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Okay, yeah.
So I was in the studio, and I was going through this artistic depression at the time, because I was starting to disconnect from who I started out being, you know, like that starstruck era. And I wanted to evolve, but I didn't really know what to do. So I got very emotional during that time, and I was experimenting with a lot of sounds during that time. And when I was in the studio one day, I was just looking around, and I was just like, what do I write about? And I started smoking a blunt. And the homie had come through, one of my roommates came through, and he was just like, he put a box of donuts on the studio, and he's like, here, y'all want some donuts? And I'm just sitting there, and I'm smoking. And I really wanted a donut, but I knew, I was like, no, I don't want to mess up my vocal cords. Like, I want to record this song. And then I was like, dude, Donuts and Blunts is like it's like an amazing combination. Like, I wish I was eating a donut right now. And I was just like, the vibe, and that the beat was going on at the same time. And it was just a vibe, you know what I mean? The whole room was with pink lights and stuff. And I I was like, Donuts and Blunts sounds like a dope ass title.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. I bumped that shit, dude. Seriously,
dude.
like,
it's like one of my favorite songs.
But how about the cover though? It's like you're in front of like it's like you're walking
out.
It's
a donut shop.
Yeah, that makes sense now. Hell yeah. Okay. But it's like at night, and you're just walking, like So like I was feeling the whole thing. Yeah. And then the next one I got is it FOMS or FOMS?
FOMS. Yeah. Bro, a lot of people don't know about that when I be telling people.
Can't step to me like the floor. Oh, the floor is lava. Yeah. Damn, you got me on that one.
To me, like the ground is lava. I'm the astral realm rapping Dalai Lama. I'm cold blooded. I'm a holy guana.
Sheesh. That's what I'm talking about.
Down in Tijuana. Can't say the same about the marijuana, but the plug cool. He from Nicaragua. Damn.
Lyrics, dude. Lyrics. Seriously, fire, y'all. If I had that little buzzer.
F1 If y'all haven't heard F1
yeah, y'all need to get on that for real. Like Spotify, whatever, YouTube, go find it.
I do my thing on that one.
Seriously. And then I guess I put a line because I feel like there's right after that, like things a little bit change because we're into hello.
Hello. Okay, so boom, industry gets introduced.
Click,
around that
click,
time.
click.
Yeah.
Click.
Hello,
I was bumping
Dior.
that though. That's what I'm saying. Like that.
I mean,
okay.
they're good.
I said smelling like Dior, but it was actually hello because I remember playing it and it was kind of like people were like, "What is this?" And I was like, "This is Krystall Poppin. She's El Paso, blah 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 blah." And they're like, "Ah." And when I played smelling Dior, that's when they were like, "Oh shit, that motherfucker's popping." You know, that beat, the lyrics, everything.
I will say this: no matter what,
Yeah.
no matter what I put out,
Yeah.
it's gonna have bars. It's gonna have substance.
Yeah,
Even if
guaranteed.
it's a bop, still like the Hello Dior, Timmy Ta, like these bops that I've put out.
Yeah.
Like they still got.
Oh, they're called bops. Okay, all right,
yeah,
all right.
the little like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They still
kinda
got
dancey,
some shit. Like
kinda,
if you sit down and read the lyrics, I've never put bullshit
no.
out.
These are all bangers for real. Like
exactly.
I mean,
but that's when you can see the like polished pop star starting to come out, and that was the influence of the industry.
Yeah, I noticed because the cover is a little more sexier, a little bit. Yeah,
and then that was a lot of that. It was a lot of like change your clothes, show more skin. Like I wasn't really showing skin before this.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
I mean, and I don't want to judge you, but as far as like what I've seen, like Hello doesn't seem like you. Like the cover is not so much, not so much.
I feel it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
even though
that
you are
was a lot
sexy
of
as hell,
influence.
but I'm just saying that
you.
just that cover, not so much.
You. It's cool. Cause look, I will say this, and I'm not gonna like totally bash that time, that era. I'm gonna call it the pop star era.
Okay, all right.
I'm not gonna totally bash that because I learned a lot from it.
Right.
And I feel like I came out of it, and now I'm I'm kind of like a mix of who I am deep down inside.
Yeah.
And the polished
1,000
person I got out of that together now, and you get this.
I think absolutely,
You know what I
and it's still growing too. I'm sure you're still evolving, and you never know. I mean, so when you go, commercial and Kanye signs you or somebody like that, you never know what you're gonna look like. You know what I mean? Things change.
Yeah, exactly.
So and then the next one I got is I feel like when you collab with people, there's one person that you probably collab the best with, and is it GT Garza?
GT Garza.
Yeah, that Jedi flow. It looks like you guys were like on one body and two heads.
We were in the studio when that beat was going, and then we were just like, let's go back and forth, bro. And dude, like he would say a line, and he'd go throw it on the mic, and then I would just jump off of that, dude. That's how we were literally recording it.
That's dope. That's dope because you call yourself Obi-Wan Kenobi on that one.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, she's coming hard. Okay, all right.
Bro.
But so that's hip hop, and then you come up with smelling like Dior.
Yeah.
But that's got lyrics. There's no I guess you call it a bop song, but that one I can bump. I'll go in my car right now. I'll throw it on live, loud as fuck. You know what I mean?
There's bars in that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, definitely, absolutely.
I make sure that I want like the hallmark of Krystall Poppin to be like bars, and I feel like people might get that. A lot of people don't know what that means. Bars. What does a bar mean? A bar means something that I feel like can introduce a idea to you in a way that you hadn't thought before, or it provides some sort of metaphor, comparison.
Yeah, keep it balanced and stay fed.
Exactly.
I'm gonna write that on my board.
Exactly.
Seriously, like vision board for real.
Exactly.
So after smelling, or maybe during this time is COVID, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So did it put a halt on your career at all?
Absolutely.
Were you at home or were you?
Right before COVID hit in 2019, the end of 2019, I had just dropped my album Raw Gold Honey, and I was about to go on tour. Me and GT Garza were like hot in the streets. Like it was about to be it was gonna be the Raw Gold Honey tour. Like you know what I mean? Like it was gonna be huge. I had plans. I had all this going on.
If I'm not mistaken, did you have a billboard too?
I did have a billboard.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So like these were just really hot around that time, and then COVID really put just a stop to everything that I had, all my motion. And then I'm very family oriented, so I didn't stay in Houston because I was living in Houston.
Sure, I was in Houston.
I didn't stay in Houston. I came to El Paso to just be close to my family
for that lockdown.
To make sure everyone was good and just be safe and stuff. I ended up moving in with my sister for that time, and I didn't know what to do. Like it was just like we couldn't move, we couldn't go outside, we couldn't.
Were you inspired to write?
I was writing. It was very frustrating, though. It was a very frustrating.
Everybody was going through something crazy, you know what I mean? Different, yeah. I was going through a crazy breakup, and I was just like, that whole, and not until like August, I woke up out of that shit.
Yeah.
Months, January through August, I was just in the shits. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, me and Diaz had to we roomed together during that time with my sister, and she had this like storage unit outside in her backyard, and me and Dia ended up building a studio out there. And then we were like just recording songs, just trying to make something happen.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And trying to make content for Raw Gold Honey, even though we couldn't do shit. Like
videos and
we were just trying to put something out and like trying to figure it out.
Keep the momentum going or whatever it was.
But it definitely killed a lot of what I had going on for sure.
So there's a rapper that I fucking he's like underground, but when I actually heard him and I was like, damn, this motherfucker's coming hard. He had a song called Girlfriend, and he talking about like I smoked a blunt with your girlfriend. And I was like, damn, this motherfucker's hard.
Oh, Cap G?
Cap G. Yeah, Cap G. I was like, this motherfucker's hard. And you did a song with GT Garza and him called Fuck With the Mexican.
Fuck yeah.
That's fucking representing right there, because then now people know not only you're a hip hop artist, you're a fucking Mexican.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Hell
Shout out to them.
Straight up.
Like, I feel very privileged to be able to hold my own on tracks with these people, like, because they really can rap, you know what I mean? And I'm not only am I a female, so that's against me, but a lot of these girls don't even write their own stuff, or like a lot of people, they just doubt the female, you know what I mean? And I feel like I can hold my
I feel
own.
like Cap's probably a person that would call you out too if you can't rap. He'd probably be like, nah.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. He did a song with you, so you got mad love for it.
Yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
For sure.
The next one I got, you work with Carla. I think you popped off pretty big on that one. Out of My Way. I was noticing on YouTube. I guess that's when you got like million
hit a million views. Yeah,
that's
that's my first million on my channel.
Congratulations. That's what's up. Yeah, I don't know what that feels like, but yeah, congratulations.
It's crazy.
Nah, actually with the past artist, the 2 episodes ago I had a Joshua Powers. Shout out Joshua Powers. I don't know what he's doing with his marketing scheme, man, but he's doing some things and it got me to 3K. So 3K views is where I'm at right now. That's my milestone. Appreciate you. That's what's up. So then after that I wrote down 32 flavors.
Yeah.
Rock Your Hips. I don't know what. Crime Mob. Oh, okay, that's where the song came from. But so when I play that song, I'm like, is that the one they play on the radio? Do they play that on the radio?
They did play that one on the radio. They also played One More Time with Paula Danda.
Cause like that, I mean that 32 flavors, that shit bumps, man. I like that shit a lot. I was like, you got on that one? That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I had made a mixtape with my girl Big Jade in Houston, and during that tape, I was so funny. I just like beef with a lot of people. And stuff. So I was beefing with these one people in the industry, and that tape was just kind of like me just saying, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna get ratchet and forget my problems. And I was just like popping my shit on that tape. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel that's like my most ratchet moment for sure.
Okay, and then that's pretty dope though. You gotta represent though. You kind of gotta show your colors.
But like I said, like when they wanted me to be this like polished pop star, like my like retaliation to that was like, I'm gonna come out here booty short shaking my ass, like, you know what I mean?
Do what I want. This is who I am.
I'm gonna do it.
This is who I am. You ain't gonna tell me what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
that's what's up. So there's a couple other things I wrote. I'd say back into it, because you've worked with Jenny 6ix9ine.
And Reverie.
And Reverie. So I mean, she's a little more mainstream. So how did that feel, like working with an artist like that?
That was cool. So I had met Jenny and Rev way before that song. Okay. And we just had a lot of love for each other, you know, like from the jump. And Jenny was the one who made a group DM with us on Instagram, and she was like, hey bitches, like, I want to make a song together, like, what the fuck, let's do it. And I was just like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, I got respect for Jenny 6ix9ine, because when she came out, like, she got a lot of hate, and then she's still in the industry. So I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Like she keeps going. She's not worried about it.
I mean, Jenny's cool.
She is. She got flow and she got style. Like, she got some attitude too.
I think people only hate her because I'm just gonna say it. She's beautiful. I feel like she's beautiful.
Yeah, they always gonna hate you.
People hate when you're beautiful.
Yeah, when you're more beautiful than them, of course. Yeah, you gotta stay in other people's box sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Jenny. Shout out to Red. Yeah, those are my girls. We just did a show together in Orange County in Cali, and it was I was almost sold out. It was packed as fuck. We all performed our song together on Jenny's set. It was just all love, and I really love the fact that we're kind of like showing the next generation, like, unity will get you far. Like, for sure, like, unity got us on that stage together,
yeah. No beef. You guys were on the stage, like, collabing together, like showing the same kind of love for each other. That's what's up. Seriously, like. So. Yeah, and then so you got a little more mainstream. You work with Baby Bash.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool because that's like one of those songs from back in the day that I used to get down to for sure.
Yeah.
So the song "This Is What I Need." Yeah. So how was that working with an artist like Baby Bash?
So Baby Bash has always been cool. GT Garza introduced me to him. We were in the studio one day in one room, and Bash was in another room, and he was like, "Hey, come, let's go meet Baby Bash." So GT Garza introduced us.
Yeah.
And we had known each other for a little while before we even worked on a song.
Yeah.
And then I even jumped on once everything, we had known each other for a little while, I jumped on one of his songs for one of his tapes. And then we did another song, which was a collaboration with me, GT, and La Máquina, which is GT's like whole conglomerate and stuff. So that was another time I worked with Bash. But then I was like, okay, like I would love to work with Bash on my own, like on a song that I make. So I ended up writing This Is What I Need, and then I sent it to him, and I was just like, Bash, what's up, much love, bro, like if you have time, like let me know what we gotta do to make this collab happen, and he jumped on it.
Nice. He manifested that happening. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Did you have any inclination that he would do that, like when you met him and stuff like that, or you were just like, nah, since I know him and he knows me, let me just see this?
we were just like, we had done shows together, like we were just around each other at that, like by that time we had been around each other a lot, like doing shows, jumped on other songs together, always around each other and stuff, always showing love to each other and respect. And I just felt like it was the time when I did send it to him. I was like, now's the time. So
doing a collab like that though, like I gotta ask, like I think sometimes like you feel like, man, you undervalue yourself sometimes.
Yeah, like, always for sure. Yeah.
So what made you say, you know what, like nah, I'm gonna do this?
Like send it to him?
Yeah.
I just I believed in the song, and I believed it needed him. You know what I mean? Cool. I heard him on it. Like it's a very like it feels nostalgic. It's one of those jams that I feel is timeless. So it's just kind of like one of them lowrider cruising jams.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. No, definitely.
And I'm like, Bash would be so perfect. I just heard him on it. You know what I mean? Like when I hear someone on it, I send it to them. Like I that's how I got Paul on the song.
And we're talking about Paul Wall here, right?
Paul Wall,
damn. I haven't gotten see. I was gonna. We'll
get there. We'll get there.
No. Talk about Paul Wall because I did see like you had there was like a video on Instagram, and then you guys were hugging real quick. Was that on stage or where was that?
That was after his performance. We did a show together.
You guys performed, or you just were at the same show together?
We were at the same show. So I performed, and then he performed, and then
he gave you love. He was like, "Yo, that's what's up."
Yeah.
And are you guys gonna do the song together? Or?
We already did the song.
I haven't. Where's that one?
It's not out yet. I got it.
Okay, so it's not out yet. I thought I was missing that shit. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. So the last one I got is your fucking banger that just bopped off.
Yeah.
Miss Me When I'm Gone. Man, you're in the streets of El Paso talking about you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Miss me when I'm gone.
That's what's up. That's badass shit. Seriously, like that. The video is dope. You representing like a motherfucker. And then the lyrics, you're going hard. You're like, hey, this is who the fuck I am for real. So this is a gift for you. I saw you.
Oh my god!
I saw you drinking Hennessy out the bottle.
Yes!
So I just wanted to hook you up with a bottle of Douce. Yeah, absolutely. And this is not Drink Champs. I'm not trying to get you all crazy. You know what I'm saying? But this is a gift for you because I know this is a milestone in your career.
Do you have a shot glass? I would take it out the bottle. Shit, I might as well.
But yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Help me on my nails.
That video, I think when you dropped it, you're like this, like I remember the night or whatever you said. Like you were like, this is what's up. I'm dropping this for y'all.
Yeah.
And then the next day you saw the views and you were like, holy shit, guys.
Dude, overnight. So, I like to celebrate the small wins always. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Sometimes when I would get a certain amount of views and I would just like want to celebrate it online, then my team would be like, no, like we're not there yet to celebrate these views and stuff. And now I would just be like holding back. Yeah. And then now, like just the vibe I'm in right now, I'm just like, fuck that, bro.
I see it.
I'm gonna celebrate.
Keep doing what you're doing. Seriously, like people can see your vibe and your passion through your videos, through your tone of voice and everything that you do. I'm lucky enough to know 3 a.m. and know that you are for real artist coming from the bottom, you know what I mean? But if you don't know Krystall Poppin, you guys need to listen to the music. Like don't worry about what you see her because she is pretty, and but she got skills.
Always been pretty, though.
She got skills. She got skills.
That's what I like to say. I haven't always been the pretty girl, honestly, and I still am trying to get used to that idea because, like, I'm telling you, I was like not that girl in high school,
and you were still pretty. But I just want to ask about the blonde and black one.
You see, like, even that time, I was so embarrassed to be on camera when I first started rapping.
Yeah, you could see it.
I was very self-conscious. Like, that's why when people started like telling me like you should dress up more and do this and that and your image, and like it was just so weird to me because I loved hoodies and just like black t-shirts, and you know what I mean. Like, shout
out you for staying real, seriously, like, because like you could have gone in a different direction and things could have changed, but you said, no, this is my path, I gotta go. I don't know if you're a religious person, but shout out to God, because like he gave you a path and you followed it. Seriously, you're on that path.
There was only one time in my whole career, the whole time I've been doing this, only one moment where I felt like breaking and giving up. Only once. And when that happened, I was going through this depression.
Was it a relationship thing?
No, it was music. It was career. Just because like I wasn't connecting in the way that I wanted to, and I wasn't sure of myself, and I didn't feel I had the skills to do this, but I loved it so much. So it was kind of like that disconnection. Like, I love something that I felt I couldn't do, so that I wasn't good enough for. You know what I mean? So I was battling that for a long time, and I wouldn't even want to wake up in the morning and stuff. Like, I would dread waking up. Yeah. So one of these days, I just woke up and I was like, I told myself in my head, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna quit. Like, I'm gonna officially quit, and I'm not gonna do music anymore. And that's it. Like, and I have a cosmetologist's license.
It was too much stress. Like, every day was the same thing.
It was a lot, and it also was getting a lot of hate, and I wasn't used to it at that time. You know, this was very early on. Okay. And the day I decided to quit, like, in my head, I made that decision. I got a phone call from Cass, my first producer ever. Yeah. And he's also very close with God. And he called me out of nowhere, and I hadn't talked to him in so long. And I don't even know if he knows this, but when he called me, he was just like, hey, how you doing? I haven't heard from you in a long time. And I was like, I'm good, Cass. Like, I was shocked. I was like, what's up? Yeah. And then he's like, I just wanted to tell you that I'm so proud of everything you've done so far in this music. Like, this is like, from where I saw where you started when you walked into my studio to now, like, I'm just so proud of you, and you've developed so much, and I really can't wait to see what you do. It was simple like that.
Man, shout out Cass, because that's twice that you've talked about him, like, coming in your life, and like,
he saved me. Yeah. Because after I hung up that phone call, I was like, that was God telling me you need to keep going. Like, you cannot
keep going.
Quit.
Straight up.
Yeah, it was crazy. And he
saved. That's badass. So shout out to Cass for real. But I mean, similarly, like I told you, like in 2020 during that COVID era, like I had gone through. I had been divorced and then dumped by someone who I thought loved me more than my ex-wife. Right. Yeah. So like there was a time that I was just like, I'm not gonna cook. I don't even care about nothing no more. I was just in my basement of my mom's house, just like nothing. And then I was like, you know what? Let me write these menus. Just let me write my business plan to be a personal chef. Let me just make this fucking happen. And everybody I would talk to, I'd be like, listen, I want to come to your house. I have all my tools and equipment. I'm going to cook you a 5-star menu. I'm going to wear a chef coat. You're going to be loving it. They're like, what are you talking about, bro? Keep doing dishes. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really hurting at that time. So one person reached out, Daniel, and he said, yo, come to my house and cook for me. And I was like, bam, I did my best. I showed out. And then those pictures is what sparked people to call me, like, oh, I see what you're talking about now. Nice. Like, damn, come cook for me, please. Yeah, please. So I understand being in that dark place where you're like giving up on everything, you know what I mean? And you don't want nothing, but that one person that just says, all right, yo, let me give you a chance. And that that's all you need is that one little chance, that one little something to make you keep going and then use that momentum. I never stopped. From that momentum, I never ever stopped. Exactly. And that's why I started this podcast, because I want to, pay it forward, and I want to make sure y'all figure out what your passion is, and then you manipulate it. Either you're happy on the side, a little side hustle, or maybe you make it into a career. Oh, I don't know, man. But seriously, like I'm telling you, like, when you find your passion and you keep going down the path, and you listen to God and you stay true to yourself, things like this happen. Seriously, like, so big up. Seriously, like, to you too. Salute. Cheers.
Love it.
That's what's up. So, I want to ask about like your brief intro to like hip hop. Like, who are your like major influences on your way you sing, the way you rap, the way you write, and stuff like that?
I have a lot of influences. One of my first influences was Biggie, which is funny when you mentioned him. I was like, damn.
Yo, because that Big Papa, I mean, I was like, okay, she knows
exactly,
that. Yeah.
Exactly. So Biggie's a big one. Pac for sure is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, Lauryn Hill.
Nice.
But honestly, like my biggest one, the one that I feel like I can just like Super Saiyan turn into is Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, damn.
I want to turn into Lil Wayne so bad. I mean, I study him like crazy.
As much as I like Kanye and Jay-Z and Biggie, Lil Wayne had some lyrics, and then the mixtape Wayne is just off the set. Like he's badass. Seriously.
The way I write is because of Lil Wayne for sure. The creativity that I have is because of Kanye. The humbleness and the like stay true to yourself comes from Kendrick. The bad bitch, the boss, the one that keeps going, the one that don't give a fuck what anybody said because you know you that bitch is Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. But you mentioned Lil Kim too. She was like Kim, before Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, so I mentioned Lil Kim because what Lil Kim teaches me is like, so she's so G. Like I'll run back her albums and I'm just like, you can hear like the New York streets and her flows and I'm just like, that's in me too. You know what I mean? Like these words are coming from a true G'd up place, you know
I like when she talks about it too, that she was like in the studios with Biggie and all these big names, and she had to like compete, you know what I mean? She did.
She could hold her own. She could hold her own. Sound just as good as the guys. Like, that's Lil Kim for sure.
Absolutely.
I have a lot more too.
I'm sure, but like, you know, off the top, I just wanted to see where your major influences come from, and then I kind of step back a little bit, but your transition from high school to the real world, if you can just like let the audience know like where your head was, like, you know what I'm saying, not like you personally, but like how you can like help other people like stay focused and like, you know what I mean?
When I first left high school, I was so lost and I didn't have any guidance. You know what I mean? I was very much on my own, and I wish I hadn't wasted all that time. Like if I had just started rap, like I just wish, the one thing I wish I could change about my past is I wish I would have started rapping earlier. So if you're watching this, like if you like something, if you have a passion, like do it now, don't wait, like do it now. If you kind of feel like I like this thing, like pursue it. Maybe you find out you don't like it later.
Yeah, you fall flat, then you figure it out, right?
Figure it out. But like definitely, and then parents, like if your kids are into something, encourage it. Like, help them pursue it, because I didn't have that. You know, I didn't have. I'm here like because I found it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Some people helped you, like, but later, like when
you know. So
and I try to do that as a parent. I have 3 kids, so I see them like painting or something. I'll shove more paints and, you know, drawing pads to figure out if they like it or what's going on. But
just go for it. Like it's really hard to have a dream, and if you have a dream, like hold on to that for sure, because a lot of people don't have a dream.
That's what's up. Absolutely. So, and then like family life, EP life, EP is your home, right?
Yeah.
And then like are you like, I'm not like your future, but like if you were gonna have a family, would you stay in El Paso?
Yeah, for sure. I want to buy a house here. I want to have like a ranch.
That's what's up.
Cows, horses. I really want a horse.
A horse, damn. Well, they got that in Anthony. You could probably get a spot in Anthony. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I really want, because I love unicorns. Okay. So I want a white horse.
You and my daughter love unicorns.
I want a beautiful white horse. I want to take care of her hair and just like make her put little bows. I already see it. Dude. That's
what's up. Hey, if you like Krystall Poppin and you're seeing some, like, always put unicorns on her Instagram page, for sure. That's showing love for her.
For sure. That's how I know you know.
All right. So, and then you talked about traveling. Yeah. So, and I'm a chef, so I gotta know, like, what's up with the food? The
food. Whenever I'm not in El Paso, I miss the food for sure.
Sure,
like, El Paso,
absolutely.
Honestly, guys, I've been here and there,
got that flavor.
El Paso got bomb ass food. For
there you
real.
go.
You gotta know where to go to.
100.
Like, there's some really good spots here in El Paso. There's some really good food in Atlanta.
Okay.
There's some really dope ass spots in Nashville. That's where the Nashville hot chicken comes from.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Houston got food spots.
I bet.
Spots, dude. Houston,
Bun B got that burger. You had that?
I still haven't even tried it, dude.
Trill Burgers?
Next time it's a mission. We're gonna have Trill Burger next time we go.
I'm surprised you haven't.
For sure. But El Paso just got that.
Yeah. But are you type to go like when you go to, like, you said you've been to Denver, right? Or no?
Yeah,
like,
I have been to
but
Denver.
like do you go to like fine dining? Do you get like 5-star type of sit down meals? Is that your thing?
Honestly, really I have only been to like a handful of really fine dining spots.
Honestly. Is that your thing? Like, you like to dress up and like?
I like it. But I don't have to do that. Like, if we can go to a bomb ass like mom and pop chicken spot, like I'm down, dude. I'm a chicken wings.
That's what's up.
I'm a chicken wings kind of girl.
That's what's up. That's what's up. She's a down to earth fucking hip hop star right here.
If I'm being fancy, I'll probably want to go get a steak. You know what I mean? But
yeah, for sure.
Like, I went to Salt Bay's restaurant and it was so bomb and delicious. But for the price, I was like, damn, like,
not so much.
This was a great experience.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll do it again.
Nice.
Shout out to Roger from SS9 because he was there. He definitely provided that experience. So thank you.
Nice. Is that Savers?
Savers, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I talked to him a couple times because like we go to entrepreneur events and I always see him and I'm like, who's that dude? You know what I mean? Because he has his own style. Cool. He has his own style.
Bomb. He's doing it for EP. Like he's looking out for the next generation. I'm such an advocate for look out for the next generation.
Yeah. He just had that event, right? Where S9.
He had a really big event at Abraham Travis Theater.
Yeah. And it was all for his kids, his students.
Yeah. And I love that. I rehearsed there at his spot all the time. Like that's my favorite place to rehearse and stuff. So they just had my back since I started. Like they actually helped me put out my first album, Starstruck. So yeah,
I noticed you guys always giving love to each other. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Got to collab. You got to collab, yo. You know, you can't do this all by yourself, yo.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
So what does entrepreneurship mean to you?
Entrepreneurship means,
and it's not like a definition. I'm just saying, like, to you, like, have you been influenced in any way?
You have to understand that you are your own boss, and that sounds better than, like, let me break it down. When you are your own boss, you have to count on yourself more. There's not someone that's gonna go wake you up to go do what you have to do. You have to count on yourself, and that's hard for some people. You know what I mean? And actually, for me to like getting used to that, it took a while for me to understand that this is my business, and I have to be my own boss and get it on my own, and that's very hard. Also, you're not going to see the fruits of your labor right away, and that might be discouraging, but I encourage y'all to keep going, because if you believe in it, if you keep pushing for it and you keep working at it every day, you're gonna see the fruit. Like, you have to. There's no other way.
Hell yeah, that's what we talk about here on Grind2Hard, yo. Hashtag keep going, stay positive, and stay motivated. You got to, because there's gonna be ups and downs, hills and valleys throughout this whole time. You know what I mean? If you want your dream, it's not gonna be a beeline right to your dream.
Exactly. There's some times where I feel like I'm having like downtime, like not downtime as far as work, but just like nothing's really popping right now, but I already know like right here, that's where you have to work the hardest, because that's going to help you get your next like hill. Sure. You know what I mean? And then you're going to have a high moment, but also don't dwell on the high moments. Like, don't be up there in the sky too long, because it's going to come down. The vibe is going to come down again, and all that means is you have to go into another grind mode. You know what I mean? So and honestly, during those high times, it isn't a lot of like grinding. Like sometimes you're shaking hands. You're grinding in different ways. Sure. Like you're in front of the. For me, it's like I'm in front of the camera. I'm shaking hands, and I'm kissing babies. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm smiling and I'm putting the makeup on and stuff. When I'm in those like down times, those not in front of the camera times, that's when I look like shit. I'm in the studio. I'm writing 5 songs a week. Like I'm sending emails. I'm like, I'm doing the work that's gonna make those higher times count. You know what I mean? Yeah. So entrepreneurship basically is working in all angles. You got to figure out all angles of what you got to do to make your dream happen. You know what I'm saying? So how do you maintain? What keeps you motivated as a business, like as a artist? What keeps me motivated as an artist is the feedback I get for the work that I do. Whether it's like fans kind of like telling me, like, not only fans telling me like, oh, I love the song you just dropped, or a fan telling me, the song you just dropped has helped me in ways that you can't even imagine. So thank you for that. Some shit? I just got a DM from a fan recently for Miss Me When I'm Gone. When I dropped that, the fan, my supporter, she was like, hey, I know I don't even know you, but through this song, I feel like you're speaking my truth, and I want to thank you for that. And I feel like I know you through this song. And I was just like, whoa, like, that's crazy.
Man, that's got to hit home, though. I mean, because like you don't write it to get that. That's not your point. You wrote it to put your passion on paper, and then the feedback that comes, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, like if I know that my work is helping people in some way heal, or like even just to motivate them to get up and keep going, then I did my job. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, that's fucking cool, man. Well, and that's what happens as an artist. Like, you put your art out there, and then it inspires people. You know what I mean? And it either gets them out of their funk, or it makes them realize I can do it too. I can keep going. You know, that's dope. For sure. So and then we goes into the entrepreneurship, like marketing and networking. Like, it's big time, right? It's key. Yeah. So go into marketing. Like, what are your aspects of marketing that you feel are important?
I think that we have to accept the fact that social media is here. It's here to stay, and it's a part of the plan.
But how about also it's free marketing?
Free marketing, yeah. Like, it's a way, like, really, like, all you got to do is get up and get in front of that camera.
Yeah, exactly. You know, don't be scared to be on the camera. Yeah, exactly.
Get over your fear of being on the camera. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And then just post it. Like, seriously, like, if it was coming from you.
Everyone's engagement's down right now. Like, Instagram hates us all. So just post it.
Yeah,
like,
just post it. Who cares?
I don't care. Honestly, that's why I don't even turn off, because I notice a lot of artists turn off their likes. Because, like, I guess they don't want people to see that it was whatever.
Low or whatever?
I don't turn off my likes. Like if I get 100 likes, if I get 1,000 likes, you're gonna see it. But I don't care. Like, this is what I'm doing, and this is a building block I put out, and these are the 100 likes I got.
There you go. And
you know what I mean?
Yeah, keep going on your path, and like, this is what you chose, like, for your path. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, you know, feel it out. You never know if you take the comments off, you don't feel it, or do whatever you got to do. But like, keep going. Figure out like these different strategies that just keep going. Like, and then networking. That's a big one too, right? As far as if you want to prosper.
Yeah, you have to network. You have to be you have to talk to people. You know what I mean? And I was very introverted when I started, and just like, even being in a room full of other artists would just like give me a panic attack and stuff.
Same.
Or even just performing at first, I would almost throw up before I would perform, just because I would just didn't want to be around people, or didn't want people to see me. I was very insecure. And just like, you have to learn to accept that that's a part of the deal. You know what I mean?
And in any way you can elaborate more on that, because for instance, like me, I go to the entrepreneur events and I see Mr. Savers. I don't know his name, but Roger. Okay, Roger, and I'm like, I want to introduce myself, but I just sit in my seat and I don't go over there and introduce myself. You know what I mean? I'm just like hands sweaty and stuff like that.
Because you're scared that he's gonna turn into a big monster and bite your head off. Like, is that what's gonna happen?
Not at all. Not at all. It's not even that. No, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, it's not even that. But
he's gonna say hi back.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. And like, in the moment, I can kind of psych myself out and just walk over there and kind of like introduce myself. But of course, my hands are sweaty and I'm gonna stutter. You know what I mean? But like, those are things that like I preconceive.
Slow down.
There you go. Just breathe.
And another thing, I don't know where I learned. I know I learned it on the internet. I forgot who said it, but someone said it's the count to 3 method.
Okay.
If you want to do something, like say you were sitting down and you saw him and you wanted to say hi, you count to 3 and you have to do it on 3.
Oh, damn. Okay, I like that.
Yeah. You get up
and just do it. Yeah. Nice. I like that, because what I was gonna say is I thought you were gonna talk about breathing, because like, for instance, like when I was I knew you were gonna be on the show. Like, I mean, obviously I was like, I want it to be the best. You know what I mean? So getting clammy and stuff like that. But it's more of a breathing thing for me. So like, I gotta slow down. Breathe in for 5. Hold it for 3. Let it out for 7, and then just keep doing that. You know what I mean? And then I get back to, well, okay, I'm chill. Right. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Control yourself.
Count to 3 and just do it.
I like that. I'm gonna do that for sure.
Yeah, and that actually gets me to do a lot of things.
Yeah, I bet. It's gonna change me. I'm gonna DM you every time, little unicorn, and let you know it works. It works. It works.
It's gonna work every time. Every time.
I appreciate that. Seriously, like that's gonna resonate for me. Seriously. Yeah. All right, and then so I got business plans for the future. Like, not just like dropping music, but like, do you have any business plans?
Yes, for sure. So I do have a marijuana line called Poppin OG.
Poppin OG.
I have that
gummies,
with
right?
Astro Buds. No, it's actual flower.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so I have that, but I want to evolve with it. Okay. And I'm gonna release like a part 2. Okay. You know, Poppin OG part 2, and it's gonna be a different strain and stuff, and just like, I really want to get into the marijuana industry heavier. That's what's up. Yeah, that's a growing industry. That's smart. That's smart. And then, so are you any of your products in New Mexico right now? Yeah, in New Mexico at Astro Buds. Astro Buds. Yeah. Okay. Shout out Astro Buds. You guys want to check it out, support Krystall Poppin right there. Poppin OG, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want many like seasons of it, I guess. So this was Poppin OG season 1. There will be a season 2 which will have different effects and stuff like that. I really want to get into like flavors. So is Poppin OG a strain? It is a strain. Oh damn! She got her own strain, yo. It's Snoop Dogg over here, yo. Yeah, businesswoman. That's what's up. I like that. That's a strong thing I really want to get into. Other than that, I think eventually down the line, definitely not anytime soon, but down the line, I want to like develop artists.
Okay.
Like because I just know so much. Like I know so much like that I feel like I just can give the best advice to artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I eventually want to like maybe manage an artist.
There you go.
You know, and just send them off to like someone in the industry who I know and trust and believe in and stuff. So that's something that I have in mind too.
Nice.
I want to give back to the community more. I do give back to the community now, here and there, whenever I can. But I definitely want to give back to the community more. The kids, the next generation is very like heavy on my mind for sure, for the future.
That's good, because when I talk about business, like your business plans, she involved philanthropy, so she's got more diverse things going on in her life, and she's looking forward to the future. She loves El Paso, dog.
I do.
That's what's up. So, what's your advice for artists or anybody new in the industry?
Advice for artists, I guess I would just really hope that artists focus on their craft more than anything. There's so many aspects to artistry. There's your image, there's photos, there's videos, there's followers. Like you want to pay attention to all that other stuff, but all that other stuff is just sprinkles on the cake. You need to focus on the cake, which is your craft, and making sure that you're good at what you do. If you want to be a singer, if you want to be a rapper, like focus on being good at that before you focus on getting 1 million followers, or before you focus on making sure that you got the hottest outfit in the game, like you the hottest dressing person in the game. Like you have to be good at what you do, and that's what's going to set you apart, because a lot of people focus on the sprinkles, making sure everything looks good, and then when it comes down to it, they can't deliver.
Yeah, they run out of sauce.
Exactly. So just be good at what you do, and when you're really good, you actually give yourself a lot more leverage in the industry, like to negotiate things, and your ability to make hits, you know, all of that like becomes a greater like point of, you know, making your deal.
Yeah, so basically stick to the core of what your art is, and never like move from that. And then once that grows, you know, sprinkle in those things that you're talking about to grow, to make it bigger, to make it bigger. Yeah,
definitely focus on the craft. Be good. Find your sound. Find your voice. A lot of people don't even have their voice yet, and they want to go viral. And it's like, if you're viral, what are you gonna do? You don't even have your voice yet. You don't even have breath control. I was gonna say birth control.
Oh damn, that too. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying like focus on what's important. That's what's important. Practice every day. Make sure you practice with your instrument every day, for sure.
Yeah, that's great advice, honestly, because
that's what I would say.
Yeah,
I wish someone told me that early on, because then I would have been writing way more versus like like I'm spending all this time like trying to find my outfits and like making sure like you know, like that's why I was so self-conscious of my image, and I was like, I should have just been fucking recording. Like that's all I should have been doing. Yeah,
don't be so creative on your image. Be the creative on your art. Like focus your creativity on your art. That's good. That's great advice. I am as a chef, I write menus, and I try to make new menu items and stuff like that, and bring stuff. But then there's times that I'm like, I don't know, weeks or 2 weeks goes by and I haven't done anything new, and I'm like, oh shoot, like I need to chill out. Like I am a chef. I need to put these flavors together and make something new, because in the essence, like of me doing that, which I'm supposed to do, I get inspired. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is dope. Like I need to keep doing this. That's the inspiration, is just doing your art, like getting into your art and fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like
becoming one with it. You know, it's resonating with your own art, because 1000%. That inspires the rest. The rest will come. Yeah,
seriously. Like, and then I always tell people, like, I don't like to cook for myself. They're like, what, you're a chef, you should cook for. I don't. I love to cook for other people. So I'm like I go to my kid's house or my ex, and I'm like, I want to cook for you. I don't care what's going on. I'm just gonna cook. Can I come over breakfast? I want to make dinner, because like I just want to cook for people. I'm not inspired to cook for myself, but I just want to keep like making people happy through my food. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you 1000% on that. So as a confident artist that you are, and then things that you've been through, and you know, this industry is not easy to go through. So I want to ask you, what's the line between confidence and cockiness?
Okay. So the line between confidence and cockiness, I think that you can be confident and respectful. Okay. Like you can be sure of yourself. You can stand strong. You know what I mean? You can be someone that people can look up to, be a role model respectfully, and not feel like, or present yourself like you're above people. That exists, and I feel like that's definitely the path that I love to take. And then cockiness is someone that you're confident and you feel like you're better than everybody, and they have to know it. Like, you're letting them know that I'm better than you and you're lower than me.
Yeah.
Like, cockiness is not respectful. Cockiness is arrogance. Cockiness is more of a negative thing. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be cocky to be confident. And you don't have to be cocky to be a presence in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 1000%. And as a hip hop artist, do you feel like that you're teetering that line sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think like when I'm
not so much the arrogance, but you know, your brash, maybe style and stuff like that.
Like, I'm definitely being cocky when I'm in my, like, when I'm rapping, like when I'm on the mic, like that cockiness comes out. But when I'm like speaking to people, how I'm treating people in those kinds of ways, I don't want to be cocky. Like, if I'm confident, fine, but I definitely want to always be like here, like right here with people, always, no matter what.
That's what's up. That's how you connect. I mean, especially as an artist, you're putting your vulnerabilities out there, so you want people to accept or at least see what you have to offer. So that's the best way to approach it.
Yeah.
Badass. So we're getting to the end here. I want to ask you this question. So I mean, you already kind of explained it, but how do you pay it forward? Because like I said, this is a podcast that I pay for, and I want people to like watch so that they can be inspired. You know what I mean? Because that changed my life. Once I figured out my passion, and I was like, I want to be a personal chef, and then somebody hired me, and I was like, oh, it's over. So I'm gonna ask you, like, how do you pay it forward?
How I pay it forward, I feel, is first of all, I always show love back to the people who show love to me.
For sure.
Whether it be online, whether it be at a show, whether, like, no matter what, if someone is genuinely connecting with me after a show, like, I love to give that back to them and let them know, like, I appreciate you, because you don't have to be here and you don't have to be showing me this love. Like, you don't owe me shit. I could put out 1 million songs this year. No one in this world owes me a listen. Not a single person, not a single soul. So that's a great way to think. I appreciate every single spin, every single listen, every single view. I want to show that love back always. Another way that I feel like I pay back is I'm never too good to do a feature. Of course, if I agree with the song, like, I have to agree with the song, because I've been sent some songs that are just like saying some crazy shit. I'm like, I can't get on this song. But another way that I give back is that I have a reasonable feature price. Okay. You know what I mean? I don't overprice myself, but I definitely have a price where it's, if you want to obtain a feature from me, and this is where I feel I am, and if you respect that, I will work with you. You know what I mean? Because you're respecting the work that I've done so far and throughout all these years, and I'm showing you that I'm not out of reach right now. That might change in the future for sure, because I have big plans. I want to get signed one day. I want to like become, you know, I want to like tour the world and stuff, and that will change eventually. But for now, I don't have a big head like that. Like, I am not out of reach, and if you're serious about working, I will work with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's another way I feel like I pay it forward, because there have been, like, throughout my time where I wanted to work with artists and they just don't, like, they don't give me that time.
So that's the experience. So you're gonna do the opposite and open up.
I'm here. You respect me, I respect you. Type you know what I mean? So that's another way I give it forward. Another thing I want to do is what I did last December was most of the month I was doing toy drives. I was, doing all these collections for charities and stuff, and I was doing a lot of things like that to actually give back to the community. Yeah. And I want to do that every December now. You know, I want to do it more often, but for sure in December, that's my goal from now on. Nice. To give back for sure. That's, and then of course I want to do like a concert eventually for just like the kids during the day. Heck and like I really believe in that.
That's smart. No, that's definitely like, because like I mean, you were thinking about KP when you were younger, like she just needed something to look up to, you know what I'm saying? So I think once, like, you're getting bigger and bigger. Like, my girls knew who you were when I said, hey, I'm gonna have Krystall Poppin on the podcast. They're like, oh wow,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so you're getting more and more popular, and people are like realizing, like, you know what I mean? Because, like, for instance, Chef Enrique Lozano? No, he's actually somebody that I saw in 2020 that was a personal chef for Aaron Jones. He's the football player, right? Yeah. So I was like, this is El Paso. Like, it can happen. It's possible.
It is possible.
Yeah, exactly. Anything that you have as a dream is possible if you just work toward it. Like, put in the work, seriously. And then, but respect your passion, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Mine's food. She loves to write. She loves to be on stage, make a stage presence. She's got that, it factor. So she's manipulating it, and y'all need to get out there and do the same thing. And as well, get on YouTube and check out that "Miss Me When I'm Gone."
Miss
right?
Me When I'm Gone, yo, check it out. I'm so proud of that song. I love it.
You gotta be.
Love
That's
that
a
song.
dope
Some of my
ass
favorite
song.
songs so far. After "Miss Me When I'm Gone," the video's doing so good. So I mean, we forgot to mention that this was the first video that I got. I had put it out at midnight, and when I woke up the next day, it had 1,000 views, and that made me so happy because that was the first time I got 1,000 views overnight.
Hell yeah!
And that was really cool. I'm very excited about it. I feel like it's gonna go far. I feel like a lot of people are resonating with it.
Hell yeah, especially El Paso. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I show a lot of El Paso in the video.
You do, yeah.
I say a lot of things with my chest. I got a lot of bars in there. You know what I mean? I'm just very proud of it. Shout out to 3 a.m. for producing it. It's really dope. Make sure you check it out. Other than that, I just released a song called Lost Soul. And that was inspired because I was also in a movie called Lost Souls.
You're in a movie?
I was in a movie,
what
yeah. I acted.
Man, movie star.
Yeah,
damn, all right.
I want to do more acting for sure. But that one just dropped before that one. That one also has a video. And just I'm dropping these really dope ass songs. What's coming up next is my song called Rebelde.
Rebelde.
Yes, I'm going to be dropping a clip today. So make sure you check out my Instagram because I'm dropping the clip.
I'm assuming you're speaking some Spanish in there.
Yes.
Damn, that's what's up. So diversity, y'all.
Yes, I definitely want to just show everybody the kind of artist that I feel like I've always wanted to show that I am, that I have a lot of these songs in the vault that I've never released, and it's time.
That's what's up. And then just after that, you're gonna hear that Paul Wall song.
Paul will be coming shortly after that. Yeah,
that's what's up. So big things for Krystall Poppin in the future, y'all. Keep a lookout, and if you could support, like I said, go to her YouTube page, go to the IG page. She's on Facebook. Yeah. There's a lot of platforms actually.
Follows, likes, and views.
Follows, likes, and views. Yes, definitely. So, Ms. Krystall, I want to thank you so much for coming down. You've been very nice and very humble. And just so you know, like I'm serious. Like I've been knowing you for a minute, and you were on a live one time, and you were signing shirts.
What?
Yeah,
dude,
seriously.
I remember signing.
Do you remember that?
That's crazy.
Because not only like did you sign it, but during the live you were like Chef Clay, and I was like, oh hell yeah, she's down as fuck. She's a badass motherfucker. So
that's dope.
Yeah, seriously, thank you so much. You're actually a badass motherfucker, but on top of that, you're like seriously representing El Paso and doing really good things for the city. So seriously, keep going, and I only say good things for you in the future. Seriously, big things. So thank you so much for being on the show. This is the Grind2Hard podcast, y'all. Appreciate y'all watching, seriously, and I hope you were inspired by KP's story, and keep going, y'all. Number one, stay motivated, stay positive, keep going, don't stop, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Stay up. Give up on those likes and shares. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe. YouTube.